Welcome to UFC 311 Method of Victory Power Rankings. Jim and I have a very simple goal. We have to pick each fight. We have to pick who's going to win and how they're going to win. Can't pick inside the distance. Got to pick knockout, submission, whatever. So we did a coin flip backstage. Jim, you won. You didn't even know that, did you?
My lucky day.
I'll give you the first pick, and we'll wait to go over the Moicano Makhachev thing at the end. So, what's your first pick here?
I am gonna go with our favorite parlay piece of the week. I'm gonna go Grant Dawson.
Okay,
And I'm gonna go Grant Dawson to win by decision.
Grant Dawson by decision. Okay,
Plus 140. The fact that they're giving us plus money on decision on Grant Dawson, I can't pass it up. I
okay,
think that's a huge mistake. Diego is 39. Grant got his finish in his last fight, but I think Diego is going to be competent enough and dangerous enough to extend this fight. So give me Grant by decision.
All right, solid start. I am going to go with another one that I'm pretty surprised that is plus money. I'm going to go with Jailton Almeida to win by KO. I think we could have some ground and pound going on here. I don't trust. I don't trust Spivak's wrestling with Jailton. I think Jailton can get on top, getting him out, rain down some pretty big ones. I don't think it's a knockout on the feet. I think it's a ground and pound and a plus 275. That is too good to pass up. So that is going to be my pick. Where are you going for number 3?
Well, you want to just save Makhachev for the end? We'll keep that in 13 since we know what's going on, because I actually think there's value in this fight.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll roll with it here. So Moicano stepping up, wacky, weird.
You think he's stepping up?
We went from two of the one of the closest title fights I thought we were going to have in a long time to a last second. And last time Moicano stepped up last second against a competent grappler, he got the brakes beaten off of him.
Okay.
So I think we're going to see more of the same here. I don't think he's going to have the 5-round cardio. So I'm going to go just straight up with Makhachev minus 125 by submission.
Okay.
At some point, Moicano is going to fade in this fight.
Truth.
And Makhachev, I think, is going to have a bit of appreciation for the fact that he stepped up. He's not going to want to elbow his head through the canvas. I think he locks up a choke at some point.
Okay. All right. Okay, Makhachev by sub at minus 125. I will go to. I'm pretty surprised that Rinya Nakamura is only minus 145 by decision. So I will take that. Nakamura by decision, minus 145. I don't think he gets a finish. Gafurov's tough, got good cardio, but I think this is Rinya gets Gafurov on the ground and just eats away all the time. I would expect almost 12 minutes of control from Nakamura in this one. So, what's your next one?
I'm going to go with Almeida Perez.
I love this.
By decision.
I love this.
Plus 275.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Calarosa doesn't get finished. And yeah, Perez slows down, but I think she's just going to have to survive the third. I think she's going to bank too.
Mm-hmm.
Love this number, plus 275.
All right. I agree with you. That was on my list of ones I wanted to take. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with... See, there's some ones that the value is good, but I like a little bit more. So I'm going to go with... I think Yuri beats Jamal Hill. I think someone gets knocked out, and the odds would suggest that. Hill is plus 175 by KO. Yuri's plus 185. I will take Yuri by KO. Prochazka by KO plus 185. I just think his weird angles and that odd striking is going to, I think you said it best. He's just going to cause some chaos at one point. I think that's what's going to throw Jamal Hill off. So I'll take Yuri by KO.
Beautiful. Let's go Zach Reese next.
It was between Yuri and Zach Reese.
Yeah,
I love this.
I think we're pretty lockstep in our rankings today. It's a battle of who goes first. Zach Reese, I can't ignore this number. Plus 600 by submission.
Okay.
I don't think it's a knockout. I think his opponent is going to want to wrestle with him. And if we're going to get into wrestling exchanges, I'm going to go with the guy that likes submissions. He jumps submissions. It's what this guy does. They look at him like he could be a big knockout artist, but he's really a jiu-jitsu nerd more than anything. So I think that's a pretty crazy number for plus 600 on a guy with a late notice replacement who's going to entertain the grappling with him.
All right, now we're starting to get down to brass tacks here. I am going to go with Peyton Talbot, but it is not going to be by KO. It's going to be by decision at plus 250. I just believe that Barcelos has a little bit left in the tank. I think going 3 rounds was going to be really good for Peyton Talbot. And I this is by far his biggest step up in competition. I mean, the way you hear some people talk, you would think Barcelos is 58 years old. He's not. He's not that old. He's coming off of a win, for Christ's sake. Like, this isn't a guy on a 9-fight losing streak, a la Tony Ferguson. So I think Talbot wins. I think it's more difficult than people think. So I'll take Talbot by decision.
Love it. Love that one. Love the decision in that spot. Let's go with Merab, shall we? Mm-hmm. Let's go to Merab. You're going to give me plus money on the champion, first of all. Now I got to pick a method of victory. So it's a Merab fight. What do you do? Take him by decision.
This is pretty easy.
Plus 350. If Merab could steal 3 rounds in this fight, that's just insane value on his 1-win condition.
How are you getting plus 350 on the champ?
Wild? It's wild.
The champ. Somebody left a comment about, they were like,
I know.
These two idiots think like about Merab. It's like,
maybe we will look like idiots, but if the UFC is going to make a habit this year of giving us plus money on the champs, I already know how I'm going to play that.
Oh, hold on. Listen, I'm not going to use his screen name, but him calling us idiots, he said that Umar trains with people better than Merab. So apparently Umar has sparring partners better than the champ. Listen, if I'm one of those sparring partners, I would think about getting in the ring, and maybe if I'm better than Merab, that's fucking moron. All right, it's the comment section. All right, now we're getting down to the tough ones. I'm going to leave the Kevin Holland one to you because my track record of betting on picking Kevin Holland is pretty horrendous. I'm going to go to the Guskov and Billy Elana fight. And I'm going to take Guskov, but not by knockout. I'm going to take him by decision.
Okay.
These last second replacements are just kind of weirdo fights. We see him go to decision when everyone thinks there's going to be a finish. I don't think Guskov is that good. I don't think Elana is that good. And in fact, this Guskov has knocked out a couple guys with cardio and chin issues. I don't know if Elana has that, but there's a reason why this wasn't picked a lot earlier. So, and also by KO is like minus 175. No thanks.
Yeah, but then you go with this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go by Guskov by decision here.
Funny you should mention Kevin Holland. I wonder if there's anybody out there waiting on my words with Kevin Holland after I said I was going to go watch his tape.
Okay.
So here's where I land with this fight, and this will explain everything who I'm picking in this fight. I'm going with Kevin Holland.
Okay.
I'm going with Kevin Holland by submission.
Plus 700, huh?
Plus 700.
Right.
Is the Ritter going to get rocked if he gets hit? Yes. What's Ritter's reaction going to be? Shoot a takedown. Mm-hmm. What's Kevin Holland's one choke he's great at? Darce choke. Right off a takedown. It is such a Kevin Holland thing to get the submission on the submission guy and then lay one of the best post-fight interviews of the night right after. So give me the value on plus 700.
Oh, that's a good point because I don't think we're getting the Moicano post-fight interview now. So,
well, depends how conscious he is.
Okay, good point. All right, we're down to 2 just really tough ones. So I will take Olenbekov. I'm going to take him by submission.
Love it.
I think the decision minus 120, and he's not going to knock him out. But submission is there. Clayton Carpenter's a good wrestler, but how good is his jiu-jitsu against a guy like Olenbekov and his defense? I don't know. Well, but plus 330, I think I'm willing to find out. So now you get to pick the Bernardo Sapai and Ricky Tercios fight. I had a feeling this was going to be number 13.
Yeah, I had a feeling too. A lot of. It's amazing that I feel like I'm one of the only few that's taken Sopaj. I keep hearing these arguments for Ricky. Ricky got on the scales today and did his usual weird Ricky things. So I expect weird Ricky
Okay.
in the octagon. I'm going to take Sopaj and I'm going to take him by decision. Plus 110. I was toying with the idea of the submission at plus 700, but I just can't see how this fight doesn't go to decision. So I have to go the plus 110.
Okay.
By decision.
All right. So there you go. Got Dawson by decision, Almeida by KO, Makhachev by sub, Nakamura by decision, Perez by decision, Yuri by KO, Zach Reese by sub, Peyton Talbot by decision, Rob by decision, Guskov by decision, Kevin Holland by sub, Olmenbekoff by sub, and Sopai by decision. Don't forget to join us for Takedown Live tomorrow. We'll be watching the fights live, doing our live bets and our normal fun nonsense. So make sure you join us here on the Winning in the Shadows channel. So good luck on all your plays, and we'll see everyone later.
See you guys tomorrow.